That's okay. That's why we save. Everybody, that's why we save.
I will.
That was very helpful. Let's get out of the trap.
I will not be defeated.
Nice war cry, my love. Alright, nothing fun there. And we can rest in here. Fantastic! Ghouls. We can handle ghouls. We're immune to disease now, so who gives a fuck about ghouls, honestly? Deacon is slowly but surely making his way. Oh, this immune to disease is excellent. It is very strange to me how this is happening. Uh-oh. 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 Let's drink a potion. And let's go save Deacon. Deacon, you goddamn legend. You leave my kobold alone. I am your opponent. Don't you... Will you stop that? Stop that! Tolona's not getting anything! Just... Okay, that's interesting. Fucking leave Deacon alone. Yeah, this thing needs to go. They wish to sacrifice me, please hurry. You here from the caravan, please help me, I beg of you.
What can I do for you?
I am free. Oh, what sheer relief. I'm forever grateful to you, madam. How can such a rescue ever be repaid? No need. I'm just happy you're unharmed. It was a close thing. Those creatures were about to sacrifice me to their dread goddess in a manner I would not wish on my worst enemy. Really? What kind of way is that? Deacon needs to know. He got to write it down. I would rather not think of it, Kobold. Okay, Deacon just makes something up then. He thinks back to what Old Master would do. And that is lots, let Deacon tells you. Please, I'll follow you out of this place. I saw very little when I was dragged in, and I do not think I can find my way out on my own. Loot. Any loot? There is loot. Oh, you're cunt then. 211 gold. Fuck yes. 333 gold. 98 gold. And some gold items. Zidan has been found within the caves belonging to the Stingers, alive, fortunately, and he is required to lead the caravan across the desert. He'll need to be led back to the caravan so the journey can continue. Climb the boulder.
Aha! There you are, Zidan. You're a sight for sore eyes. I was beginning to think we'd have to wander back to Black Sand before long.
I would not advise that, Madame Catriona. Neither would I, to be honest. It's good to have you back. None for the worse for your experience, I see. That is true. The thanks must go to Violet for that. True enough. Well, Violet, you rescued Zidan, just as I was hoping you would. I suppose you'll be wanting a reward? Give it to Zidan. He deserves it for what he's been through. I suppose you're right. Though I hate overpaying the help. Here then, Zidan, for all the trouble. Thank you kindly, Madame Catriona. And you as well, Violet. This is most unexpected. Yes, well, we're glad that you're safe after all. I can find you something to do, cousin, if you've got spare time to be eavesdropping. Now then, I trust we're ready to move on? I have something to do first. Right then, don't take all day, though. I don't need to wait until something else descends upon us. Tell me when you're done.
So, are you ready to move
Oh,
on?
I was hoping to be able to
No
sell. That's
point in
fine.
getting sand.
Yeah, let's go. Good. Torius, what's the delay? Why aren't we moving yet? And here I was enjoying this relaxing stop of ours. I said move it, lazy bones. Everyone on your feet. We leave now.
We could be in some trouble, friend. The oxen have gone through the water rations much faster than expected. There is an oasis near here, but we have had some trouble with the tribe that guards it. You have a way of dealing with problems that I seem to lack. If you could just go and talk to the Bedine, maybe they would allow us to restock our water supplies.
What kind of problems did you have with them? To us it seemed a simple thing, to allow our oxen to walk into the water hole. It was our first time crossing the desert, and we did not know the proper customs. They poops in water, maybe? Nothing so distasteful, no. The Bedine consider the oasis something of a sacred place, however. It's tied to their local history somehow. We were never welcome back, though, and we would never do such a thing again. No, we need this water. I'll try. Good. Return as soon as possible. It would be a good thing if we were able to continue tomorrow morning. I'd like to make a purchase! close that, Deacon. Just line the bottom there with your bolts. Talona Strike. Nice. Great, alright. I would like to buy Deacon some potions. Yes. We'll buy him a whole stack. Cool. Then we'll close him, and we'll open me. And we'll buy me 11 more. Excellent. Alright. Perfect. We'll move bow over. These can go away. I think I want to stack these here, and then I'll put these like this. Perfect. Great. Alright. Come on, Deacon. The caravan is halfway to its destination, but has now run out of water. This has required a stop at the Oasis of the Green Palm, a place where the halflings are not welcome. Katriana asks that someone approach the Badine of the Oasis and negotiate for the needed supplies, or the caravan is going nowhere. I do like how that's an update, how we can now, like, see ourselves through the cliff sides. That didn't used to be a thing. Fun fact, I don't like deserts. They're just not my setting. Which is partially why Shadows of Undrentide is my least favorite of the 3 campaigns. Oh goodness, that's some issues. Greetings to you, stranger. You have come to the Oasis of the Green Palm in a time of great danger. I'm afraid there's nothing here for you other than death, and the curse of undeath. All I need is some water. As I said before, there's nothing for you here. Least of all, the water that once flowed in our oasis. You do not desire to walk the night without a soul. I suggest you move on. A powerful creature, an ancient foe of my people, has once again arisen. He has taken our water, destroyed the temple of the Morning Lord, and sent his undead minions against us. Ooh, you says creature? Wait, Deacon gets out notes. He got to write all this down. His minions drag the corpses of my people down into his tomb, where he brings them back to life and sends them to fight us. Our numbers dwindle as his grow, and without even water to sustain us, we shall soon fall. As I too need water, it seems our lives are intertwined. If you are completely out of water, then you are correct. Very well. Even though this tale is not normally told outside of the Badine, I suppose it's only fair that you know of the cursed creature who hunts us both. His name is Kelgaris. The legends passed down from father to son for ages in our tribe tell us that Kelgaris hails from an age-long past. In the time of the Netheril Empire, he was an evil necromancer and disciple of the god Jurgle. Tell me about Jurgle. In the time of Netheril, Jurgle was a powerful god of evil and darkness. It is said that his power has diminished in this age, even if he even exists at all, though. Kelgaris remains as powerful as ever. It's said that Kelgaris used the powers offered to him by Jurgle and attempted to gain rulership of the Empire itself. That's how he became what he is now. And did he rule the Empire? He tried, though he ultimately did not succeed. There were many who sought to rule the Empire in that age, and Kelgaris had many rivals with powers that paralleled his own. Because he lacked the power to defeat his rivals in life, Kelgaris sought the powers through death, that he might find a way to become the supreme ruler among the Netherese. That sound like bad news. Old Master wants to tell Deacon a story about a dragon that do that. Old Master say he looked terrible without skin. The horror of the undead goes far beyond their appearance, little one. Kelgaris became a creature of undeath, gaining the abilities of the supernatural, plus retaining all the power he held in life. He did not, however, appreciate the reaction of his rivals to this change. As part of Kelgarus' change into his evil undead form, his own soul had to be trapped within a rod that he kept close at hand, for this rod could be used against him. Kelgarus' rivals discovered the fact and had the rod stolen. They performed a great binding ritual upon it that drove Kelgarus deep into the earth and imprisoned him there. Why did they not just destroy him? Kelgarus' immortal form was protected by the power of Dragal himself, and not so easily destroyed. Even the great power wielded by the mages of that age could but contain him in the end. And then, after Kelgarus had been imprisoned for centuries, the Empire fell and its magic vanished. The binding that held Kelgarus was broken, and he was once again free. He recovered the rod and then built an elaborate tomb from which he planned to rule. But in the end, it was my own people, the Badin, who stopped Kelgarus from succeeding, but only at great cost. What cost was that? When the Badin first battled Kelgarus after his rising, he was all but invincible. Many thousands fought only to be slaughtered by his magic or turned into ghastly undead. We were desperate for aid, for anything that could stop this evil, and we found it, or rather, one of my own ancestors did. What did he find? A prison built by the ancient Netherese, perhaps similar to the one Kelgarus himself had once been held in. I do not know. This one, however, still held its occupant. It called itself Faerun, and was unlike anything else my ancestor had ever seen. It had great power, however, power as great as that of Kelgarus. It was this power that my ancestor bargained for and was granted, a power that would drive Kelgarus back into his tomb and keep him there forever. Does this power still exist? It does. The power has been passed down in each generation of my bloodline. Should Kelgarus ever leave his tomb, I could perhaps even destroy him. Why only if he leaves his tomb? If only I could venture within myself to face the creature directly. Should we enter the tomb, however, our own power is nullified by Kelgarus' magic, and we are helpless. Some have still tried. That not sound like it ended good. The most recent was my own uncle, Hamad, the last to hold the power before me. He entered and returned a fortnight later, a zombie himself. I was forced to slay him, my own kin, and banish his soul. There are many things I could brave, stranger, but undeath. No, not that. Anything but that. Alas, our time grows short, and I am sure Kelgarus knows this. I am the last of my blood, and the power that was handed down to me. It has been waning, even as Kelgarus' own power grows. Why the shift in power? When I noticed my power beginning to fade, I voyaged to a distant prison of my ancestor found long before, to speak to this same Faerun if it still existed. It was dead. How it was killed I never found out, but I can only assume that its death caused the power within me to fade, and at the same time allowed Kelgarus' to increase. There was no sign of who killed it. I assume that with the creature's death my powers will fade until I am normal. So how do you propose we defeat Kelgarus? You must first destroy his body, which is neither an easy task nor will be permanent. Kelgarus is immortal, after all. The source of his eternal life lies within the rod he holds. According to the legends, however, whoever recovers the rod can place it on the altar of the Morning Lord, and Lathander will destroy its power, for none hate the undead more than him. The rod's destruction will end Kelgarus' existence forever, and only that can restore the water to the Oasis and give us hope for survival. What do you know of Kelgarus himself? Because he lacked the power to defeat his rivals in life, Kelgarus sought power through death, that he might find a way to become the supreme ruler among the Netherese. Hello, little one. That sound like... I already, did that. Yeah, shit. Okay. Damn it. Alright, how did Kelgarus get rid of all the water? Kelgarus' strength has been growing, and it obviously has reached the point where he was able to reach out from within the tomb and parch the very spring from which the Oasis flows. Even though he remains in his tomb, our tribe is under siege, and he is winning. That's all my questions about Kelgarus. I have questions about the Oasis. I don't care about the Netherrealm Empire so much. It has nearly been destroyed. Both the temple and my ancestors' crypts are overrun with zombies. What else can I tell you? I would know more about your people. We were once a nomadic tribe, connected to the other tribes of the Badin. When we swore to... but when we swore to guard against Kelgarus, we moved here. Now the other Badin believe we are cursed and avoid us. The Pharaoh's power was a gift, but also a curse, since it meant we could never leave the Oasis until the mummy was utterly destroyed. Tell me about the Temple of the Morning Lord. Many generations after my family took up their duty in this valley, a stranger from beyond the desert came to us. He was half dead from starvation and thirst, but with our aid he survived. He told us that his god had commanded him to come here, that the Morning Lord hated undeath above all else and would assist us. It was he who built the temple. He died long ago, of course, but our people took up his faith and became priests after him. Now there is nothing left. All the priests are dead and only the altar remains. Tell me about the crypt. The crypt is a burial place of Al-Rashid, my distant ancestor who was the first to gain the power to fight Kilgaris. I would suggest you enter the crypt before you enter the tomb. My ancestor's weapon lies within, very effective against the undead, though the legends say it failed him in the end, and holds no power when wielded by those of our blood. That is why we buried it with them. Ooh, Deacon, not of your blood! That is true. I mean no offense, little one, but I would sooner take heart should my ancestor's weapon find its way into the hand of your mistress here. Lady. She likes to knead. You are not of our blood, obviously. It may be the weapon would work in your hands, and I have little doubt Al-Rashid would gladly forgive any intrusion if it meant the death of Kilgaris. Tell me about the Netherrealm Empire. Yes, an empire of wealth and magic, of a level unseen anywhere in Faerun today. Kilgaris was a Netherese priest of Dragal, though the legends say he also conspired to become ruler of the empire itself. And did he rule the empire? He tried, though he ultimately did not succeed. There were many who sought to rule the empire in that age, and Kilgaris had many rivals with powers that paralleled his own. Because he lacked the power to defeat his rivals in life. Oh, shit. Okay. Shit, okay. That's my armpit. Okay, I'll be going now. You must fuck, okay. You must recover the rod that binds Kilgaris to this mortal plane. Only when it is destroyed on the altar of Lathander will we truly be free of his evil. She is trying to bury her entire face in my armpit. The shifting sands are ever treacherous, but trust must be placed somewhere. I beg you, do not fail us, Wanderer. A Bedine by the name of Elif says that the Oasis has been dried up due to the curse of an ancient and powerful undead priest by the name of Kilgaris. Kilgaris seeks to destroy Ali and the Bedine so he can arise from his tomb and fulfill his desires of conquest. According to Ali, Kilgaris possesses a rod that contains his evil soul. If it can be brought out of the tomb and placed on the altar to Lathander, Kilgaris will finally be destroyed and the curse broken. Alright, but I think we will do that next time. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I've been Rael. And this has been Carrie, my little monster. And I will see you next time. Bye!